guys, welcome back to a brand new Reddit reactions video. Hi.
Hi.
What's the tea? What's the dodge? In the lap, sushi on the Scotland. What's on the great? What's the tea? Hi Jamie, how you doing?
I'm good.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good?
Good.
Everything good?
Yeah, I'm
Any
hyped.
problems?
No.
Anyone to slag off?
Everybody.
Everyone, oh wonderful.
But privately.
Now today, I have the gorgeous Jamie here, and we're going to... Gorgeous! And today we are delving into the world of main character Reddit, because you guys seem to love it when I do these ones. So main character TikTok, I mean it's always TikTok videos, isn't it? It's always just like main character TikTok.
That's so surprising.
I know. The worst and the best people are on the same platform. Or do you just, constantly walking into any kind of food establishment being like, why didn't I get an extra chip?
I wanted 37.
Oh, you know there's some twires like that. You just know. My pocket of food laid 6 grams less than my fiance's. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. If you are new, hello, my name is Roly, LGBT body modification and Reddit person on the internet. There's a QR code. Scan the QR code. Subscribe to the channel if you're watching on TV. All the social media links are down below. I'll put Jamie's down there as well. But anyway, let's not beat around the bushwhacklier and get on with these main character TikToks. Power Ranger in the wild. You ready?
No.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
This is a fully grown adult, Jamie.
They do.
It's like they're pretending to give birth or something.
They're trying to fart.
Come on. You can do it.
I think she's pretending to give birth.
She's a nitwit.
It's so lackluster though.
I just had a baby, and I think I'm gonna name it Dragon.
This is a fully grown adult.
Oh, is this live and people are telling them
I
to
think
do-
this is like one of those like NPC things where people are like filming.
Around? Are we done now? Are we done making Amber do weird stuff?
It's even harder to watch when you can tell they are desperately forcing themselves to do it.
Yeah.
And you can tell that they are uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do it. Pushing the baby out, but it was like very quiet. And then, oh my God, suddenly and like the acting was terrible.
Yes, absolutely. The thing is, I don't have on this NPC trend, like making money the way you make money. Do you know what? If people are into it, like fine, whatever. But to just like do this in the middle of a Walmart. It's what are you doing? Lying on the floor, pretending to give birth, dressed as a Power Ranger in a Walmart aisle. That you are a fully grown adult. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
What do you do for work?
what do you do? Oh, I lie on the floor. I pretend to be a Power Ranger and shit babies out in Walmart.
It's a disgrace.
Just let people do their job and go home. Oh, this is one of the worst cases. The main character has seen past it. The collective number of brain cells in the comments is 2. People are even asking him to make more of these videos.
How are you, sir?
You can't come in here.
My name is Zach. It's my first day at work.
Oh, you're working?
Yeah.
Hmm?
It's my first day.
So he's coming to a Taco Bell.
My name is Zach. I'm on the roster.
He's pretending to
I'm on the
work
roster,
there.
Zach. No, I'm working today.
Who said that?
Over there, look.
No, no, no,
I'll show you.
no,
I'm pretty sure doing this is actually illegal.
Come here.
You
Come
can't
here.
just enter the...
Can I go inside?
Like, this would be considered trespassing, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. What is this content?
My name is Zach! I quit!
Long Island pranksters. That's not a prank.
No.
Like, where is the prank in that? People think now going up to strangers in the street and like harassing them or beating them up or like punching them or tripping them over or going
pretending
into...
to kidnap a child.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's a prank. No, it's not a prank. Just saying something's a prank doesn't make it a prank. I could just beat you up here and be like, oh, it's a prank.
She punched me in the face.
This is still illegal. I'm pretty sure that would be considered trespassing.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not allowed behind the counter, so I imagine they would have a right to call authorities.
What is that? Who is that for?
Do you know the line has really been blurred between people who are pretending to require like support and help. I feel like mental health issues.
Yeah.
Because if somebody just did this, genuinely went in and did this and thought, I work here, and then had a meltdown when they're told they don't, then that is somebody who requires support.
Yes, no,
And
yes.
you are pretending to be in that situation, and these people working for Taco Bell have no idea if you were just pretending for clout.
I worked in retail for 10 years, 11 years. We already have enough of shit in just like working in like a supermarket. When it comes to how people are treated in the job, I can imagine working in fast food is even more hellish than working in like food retail. Don't mess with the people in places like this, exactly, when like the job's gonna be way annoying, hard enough as it is already, dealing with every people constantly, a constant stream of people being like, give me this, give me this, give me this, to go in and start messing with them like this. I just don't, what is that for? Dude thought he was in some game. Okay, right, it's and everyone else is NPCs.
Right.
Yeah, this was an Asiana Airlines plane. Police there in South Korea say a 33-year-old passenger opened the emergency exit door about 850 feet above the ground right after the pilot made that routine announcement that the plane was about to land. Now, the passenger, we're told, was traveling alone. Police have not said why he did it, but they did say there were no signs he'd been drinking. Now, once the plane landed safely, 12 people were taken to the hospital for respiratory issues.
I can imagine
the passenger was arrested, of course, and if convicted, he could face up to 10 years in prison.
Good.
Do it.
So what's
They could
interesting?
have killed people because if people weren't wearing their belt.
These
when it
people,
opened.
absolutely. And like this here, like these people right at the front. Sometimes I'm on a roller coaster and it's fast enough that it takes your breath away.
Yeah.
And like, that's just like what? I don't know how, they don't go anywhere near the speed of a plane. I could not imagine the pressure on your body and your face to have that speed and force of wind. Like you wouldn't be able to breathe. Like you would really struggle to breathe because of how intense it is. Stop opening the cabin doors.
Die.
Don't get on a plane. I hope he's banned from flying for life.
Yeah, well, you should be. You should, like that's a feel like that's proper like
There should be
you
like
could
a
have killed
mark.
everyone.
How did he not get sucked out?
Yeah,
Was he in
how-
chair?
Maybe he was already in. Yeah, how would you open it and not instantly be like pulled out like that?
Unless he was belted into the chair that was right next to it and opened it from the seat.
Yeah. What's wrong with people? Johnny Somali being a nuisance again, this time in South Korea. I have no idea who this person is. Have you ever heard of this person before?
I've never heard of this person. I have a feeling. No, I have an issue when people go to other cultures and just act like twats.
Oh yeah, it's like they're too cowardly to do it in their own place
Yeah.
or whatever. So let's go do it somewhere else when no one knows me or whatever.
Yeah.
So this person is in, well, already is little. So this is like, I guess it's like a supermarket or something in there. Oh, he's got one of those awful speakers. Do you know what that is?
No.
So I'm assuming this is probably on Kick. There's a thing that a lot of them do where they walk around with speakers and then people can pay bits to play sounds through the speaker. So there was this,
In public.
yes, there was this one case, this guy doing it and all the people, and they were making it say like racist shit in the middle of the street. So it's this kind of thing. So he's now in this like,
Oh yeah. Does that say?
oh, Kick officials. Yeah, this is Kick. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm black.
Who? I feel like
Just
they're
like-
saying he's not allowed to drink. Maybe it's alcohol.
Yeah.
Like you can't drink alcohol in here.
I just don't understand why you just, again, this is the kind of,
Oh. Okay, you're too aggressive.
it's just cringe. And this is why places like Japan, I guess maybe South Korea, oh my God. This is just so scummy. Like this is beyond, why is that, like, surely you could get arrested for doing this. Surely this can't be like legal in South Korea. Like,
Oh, I can't stand.
this is the
people like
scummiest
this.
of the scum. Like fully just like scum.
Call the police, stupid ass bitch.
Call the.
Stupid ass.
This is so scummy. Like it's beyond vile.
Stupid ass, bald ass bitch.
It's just scummy. It's just really scummy. I'm not gonna watch the rest of that, but it's just to the stage where these people should literally just go to jail. Tell me one thing that this person is contributing to society.
A mess.
Just a mess. Any single person that you see on the internet will show themselves in a very specific type of way. Even me, even Jamie, we will always show. And you have to think to yourself, if this is what people are happy seeing you do when it's edited, or like, what are they doing what are they like behind closed doors?
Pull off his kneecaps.
So if he's this comfortable being this much of a what is he like to people in real life?
The cognitive dissonance that people can really trick themselves into thinking that they are doing nothing wrong. He has any right to shout at the people in that shop and think that he hasn't done something wrong for them to be upset by.
Yeah.
That he's acting confused that they are upset with him over his
Thing is,
behavior.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's confused. He's doing it because, unfortunately, Kick loves this kind of stuff. The people who are watching these streams are the people who are like egging him on, who make money doing this, and unfortunately, it gets into there. So, well, if I do more and more awful things, it gets okay. And then so I think he knows I do think he knows what he's doing is right, but he just doesn't care. I think that's the problem. Is like he just doesn't actually care. But again, it's what you said. When you go to another country where it's not even your own country, it gives people almost like a level of like, well, you can't do this with me because I'm not from here. I'll just go back to America, or just go back to the UK. Or
You could do something that is not really appropriate where you're from. It could be absolutely awful.
oh,
in this other
absolutely, yeah.
culture.
If you don't
Because-
understand, yeah.
Yeah, you bet he's not taking a second to learn about South Korean culture.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. Vile. Just scum. But unfortunately, That is kick. That is kick for you.
I'm so sad that you've introduced me to this.
It has some of the worst people on. Some of the worst people on you could ever imagine. Okay, so this says, what would you do?
What would you do? What would Roly do?
But I see what's happening first. There's a traffic jam of stuff. Oh, it's gonna be some twat, isn't it?
Oh no.
It's gonna be some twat on the front of it being like, oh, I'm playing chess.
Oh, for God's sake.
I just could not imagine like this being my life, that it's so empty that this is the only way that I can get attention.
You just know somebody is going to get out of the car, rip the mask on, punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that's going to piss up. Why would you do that?
We spoke about this a little bit before. As content creators ourselves, we are attention seekers to a certain degree. I want people to see my videos. This is my career. This is my job. So the more people see my videos, the better. And I am an attention seeker, the same as Jamie is. That's what our content is. You have to be an attention seeker to a certain degree. However, the way that we get attention is it's your choice to view it. It's your choice to interact. It's your choice to come to us, to watch what we're putting on the internet. This level of attention seeking, where you're just going out and just like f***ing with random people's lives, is just like, I don't like what is wrong with your brain that this is the only way that you can feel validation.
Look at the length of the traffic jam they've caused. I would be so angry. I get annoyed at people in car parks who block it to pull into a space that the people haven't even gotten into the car to leave yet. And I'm like, no, it's not your time. That's not your space. Move on.
But also, you're also risking your life.
Oh yeah.
Roads like this are very unpredictable. Someone could be speeding, someone could lose control, someone could get angry and just suddenly run you over. It's a life risking thing. Why are you putting your life at risk for content? I can't imagine being that empty that's how I need to get validation.
Be thankful that you're not.
No one talks to me, so I have to stop traffic.
Such a twat.
So, did you hear about this woman?
No.
So I can't play the video. There's a British influencer warned to leave Spain after placing her underwear in a supermarket bread tray. So there is this woman here. She's just, again, fully grown adult person.
This is why I never buy from these open trays. Don't stuff like no.
So this woman, her whole TikTok account is she goes into like public places, takes off her underwear and like puts her underwear in like, well, things like this, like the bread tray. There was one she went to a petrol station and put her underwear like on the petrol pump. But she goes to all these different places taking off her underwear and going, I'm leaving people a treat and doing this. And yes, she was in Spain. Again, a British woman goes to Spain and messes up things with Spain. Doesn't do it in the UK. It's like, what?
I'm leaving people a treat.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I'm going to leave it a treat.
As if it's a cookie.
When you go to this level to get 1, attention, 2, validation, or 3, money, then you need to really reevaluate what you're doing. There is nothing you can say to me will ever change your mind about that. There's something wrong here. Like, what's happened in society when this is what you're going to? Because I don't know if it's because you don't want to get a regular job, your need for attention is so high. Like, I'm sure some of it is because people don't want to work like regular jobs or something. So that instead of working a regular job, they'll go, well, why don't I just absolutely humiliate myself or film myself doing illegal things? Like, I'm sure a lot of these kick streamers, like that man that we saw at the very beginning who was in the Korean, I'm sure a lot of that is because he doesn't want to get like a normal job. He does that because, well, I can get money doing this. I don't have to work. But it's like, this is what I mean, like the need for, what is happening?
But film yourself.
Film yourself.
It's so easy to find you.
And that's quite clearly illegal. I think food tampering is like one of the, quite a very serious crime everywhere.
Yeah.
Very my channel, isn't it? Jesus.
I was trying to figure that out and I was like, is that Lady Gaga or something?
Lady Goo-Goo.
Lady Goo-Goo.
Die.
You literally got a tattoo of your own face on your
shoulder. Like, what are you doing? This is very like Steve. Do you remember Steve-O tattoo? Do you know who Steve-O is? And he did that. But that was like, again, that was like for the TV show back in 2001. You are yourself. You can just look in a fucking mirror. It's really cringe.
It feels very self-absorbed.
It's very self-absorbed. It is very, very self-absorbed.
Who do I love most? Me.
I mean, love yourself, girls, but there's loving yourself and then there's
being obsessed with
loving yourself.
I am beautiful.
It's kind of person that wanks in a mirror. And I
2 things that are irritating me as well. 1, the quality of the tattoo. I don't think it's awful, but it's not.
No, it's not amazing. No.
It's not what you want in a portrait tattoo. But also, like, you're taking a photo to show that you've tattooed yourself on your shoulder. Why are you not putting the same face? That's really bugging me. I'm like, does she have a nose piercing and the tattoo?
I think it's a nose piercing, yeah.
But you do you. Clearly.
Clearly, yeah.
They're jealous of me?
I can't believe it's real. No, it's not real.
No, it's not
It's
real.
not real.
No, don't, no, it's silly old bitch. Yeah. So this says the comments were blaming the child. So I don't know what the hell this. So there's people in an air. Oh god, copyrighted music. So they're pretending to do some sort of trick. Oh my god, that is very strike on Wii Sports. The comments were blaming the child. So they're in an. I think it's an airport, isn't it? There's like an airport. And they're doing some darts, and then she runs back and just runs straight into a child. Like, okay, first of all, I will say, if you're at an airport like this, you should probably be holding your kid's hand or something. Like, this is where kids go missing.
Yeah.
However, you can't just like grab your bag, turn around and just peg it in an airport. Like, yes, it doesn't look like there's loads of people there, but there's still people around. You can't just suddenly run blindly behind you as if like nothing's there.
Yeah. I'm just looking at that, knowing that Sharp would absolutely love that video because her favorite thing to laugh at
is children being hurt.
No, literally.
He wants to kill me.
This isn't your space to do things. This is a public space, and just smack straight into the child.
Yeah. I would say parent did seem to be quite far behind the child.
Yes.
But when you're in a public space, it's not. It's like people who get annoyed when people walk in front of their camera when they're filming.
Yeah.
You can't. You need to be aware of your surroundings. I kind of admire their confidence to do that in public.
Oh, honestly,
I wouldn't.
As much as I hate main character stuff, like I do feel like life would be so much easier if you had a little bit less worry about things. This is social media. Oh no. Oh, I know who this is instantly.
Me too. I can't. Okay, it makes me cringe. I could never do it, but I don't think it's the worst thing.
Do you remember Phone Jacker?
Vaguely.
So we had a TV show in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s called Phone Jacker. Where basically, it was an entire TV show about prank calling. So it was someone who would like phone up companies, phone up people, put on voice and pretend to scam them. I could never watch a TV show because I get such bad secondhand embarrassment. But even though this person clearly doesn't feel embarrassed for what they're doing, I feel embarrassed. I can't. It sends me like a weird. I get like a weird. It does something to my soul.
It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be. I'm
always like, if I were in public in that situation when that happened, does that greatly negatively impact my day? Like someone shoving a camera and a microphone in my face. Hate it. This, I'd be like, what the heck is going on? And then it's over. And it doesn't really bother people too drastically. As long as they get permission to include people in the video.
They're not getting permission to do
I still don't think it's the worst thing.
No, I think there's worse things we've seen in this video, but I still think it's annoying.
seeking.
Like, can we just not scream in like a food court? Do you need to scream in front of all these people like in a food court?
Oh no, totally unnecessary.
This is Jamie.
I also wouldn't mind if the singing was good.
Oh yeah, if it was like good singing, at least make it good. No, that's just screaming.
Yeah.
I will say though, they did one video that did make me laugh a few years. I don't know how old that video was, but this is why they've been doing that for years. If this is a new video, and they just went up to a random person and said, "Can you just film me for a second?" And then like the girl got the camera that we'll do it. And then she just starts doing that, and I hate that I laughed so hard at it, but I was.
It was you who was asked to hold the camera.
It was just because clearly then the person's like, "What the heck is happening?"
I would laugh, but also if they asked me to film that, I would literally drop the phone on the floor and walk away.
Yeah, no, I think I would
just be like, no.
This says the way MCs should be handled, not safe for work. Is there going to be some blurring? It's a sound. Okay. Oh, this is like Disneyland as well. Oh no, what are you doing?
Oh my god. Idiot. Goodbye, kid.
So there is a person at Disneyland who decided to get naked and jump in the water like It's a Small World.
You're scum!
Instantly on a sex offenders register. What are you doing?
Why would you do that?
When you know young children are going to be around, what are you doing? I'm obviously going to blur most of what we just saw, but it was essentially was someone streaking and jumping into It's a Small World, the water. Doing that kind of stuff's really dangerous because like in the water, there's like mechanical things that are pulling the carts and everything along.
Oh yeah, you're not
tripped
meant
up
to
on
go
something.
in there.
Yeah, if you tripped up on something and went too deep, you could have got crushed.
I like how you care about people's safety. A snail could have died. He could have been crushed by mechanical.
Yeah, while you get salt and pouring it on slugs. Streaking, anyways, like
in public anyway is inappropriate, but like around kids and somewhere where you know
in
kids are
Disneyland
gonna be, just like why? No.
Just strangle him and dissolve his body in acid.
Yeah. someone changing is an issue, not the person taking the photo. Can someone cut him out? And you're just like, I'm pretty sure this is illegal. Taking a photo of someone changing in the changing room is bad enough on its own, but to post the photo
would crop down absolutely fine.
Yeah.
And completely cut out that person. If you're taking a photo in a mirror and there's somebody there, if you do that, and you angle the phone slightly, you'll cut them out.
Yeah.
Or you just wait until they are gone.
You did this deliberately just to post on social media. Imagine if this man on the internet, well, not the internet, suddenly would realise that this boy has a photo of me naked. Like, imagine just like, because he's probably completely unaware this was happening, and this post probably went quite viral. If I was to suddenly see that some stranger had a photo of me naked, and it wasn't like a nude leak because I sent a nude, I was literally just like changing in the changing room, I would be so angry. I would 100% sue this person, but I would be so embarrassed and mortified. Like, what are you doing?
And it's like, clearly he's done that. He's taken it with him in the background. He's posted it with him in the background because he knows it will get more attention than if he just posted a photo of himself.
Yeah, can someone cut him out? Like, as if like, no, I had to take this photo right this instant because I would have died.
I know that you had to take the photo, we should have taken the photo, but crop functions are free and very easy to use.
But every single gym will all say that you're not allowed to take photos in the locker room. Like, that's actually like a thing in gyms, that you're not allowed to take photos in the changing rooms. Because sometimes as well, there'll be underage people who, like, if you're 16-year-olds who can go, there were 16-year-olds changing or something in there as well. Like, I hate it. It's just properly scummy people. Oh, music. So I'm gonna have to take off the music. So dancing and bothering people. So this person's in like some subway train. I don't know where this is. So oh, God.
If you're bothering strangers in public,
I always think it takes a vapid individual that needs to harass and use other people in like public life for your content. If you can't create content yourself that just uses yourself, you can use other people's content, but like if you have to do this where you're like bothering people
like
in the street,
walking away from him.
Yeah.
But also, okay, I appreciate it. He's probably quite skilled at dancing. I could not do that. But what if something went a little bit wrong and he just fell right into a strip?
Well,
no.
I don't know if this is in New York or something. On our trains, underground trains, sometimes when it goes around corners, there are certain bits where it like really bounces or flips. If he was doing that and suddenly there was like a kink in the train or something, he could easily like just kick someone in the face.
Yeah. I'm a very like introverted person. If there is somebody out on the street who's like, give me a fist bump.
Oh yeah.
Fist bump, bro. I don't do it. I'm just like,
hot coffee.
Because I get, well, no, I just
you just sit on the floor and cry.
I just melt and then run away. My head always goes to try to take the piss out of me.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. You're doing this because you're not doing it because you want people to see that you're a good dancer. You're doing it because you want to film the people's reactions.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. Like, you're not doing it because you can dance. As much as I use social media, it also has destroyed people. Not now, sweetie. Taylor Swift is playing my song. Not to be one of those people, but I would like to generally call security if I saw a baby in the pit because it's not as safe there. Imagine going to a concert.
Wait, within like where you stand?
This is the pit is like the front bit where like you stand right against the railings where the standing one little section is.
Some people should not be parents.
Imagine taking a baby to that.
There's just so many events that aren't baby suitable, and like the Eras tour. It was late, it was really long, it was very loud, it was very crowded. Like, even if you had the baby strapped to you in like a little carrier, still not safe because what if you got crushed?
Well, yeah, because this is the thing, like those kind of interactions, and like, let's be honest, Swifties are quite intense.
There's not going to be a mosh pit at a Taylor Swift concert, but still, people are packed in tight.
I've seen some of the concerts of Taylor Swift stuff, and people go insane. They will literally pull out your scalp to get a bit closer to Taylor Swift.
Because they're not looking. It's like when you don't expect something in a context, you're not looking out for it. It's like you don't expect there to be a baby.
It would be so easy to stand on that child. When I'm at a concert, I am not going, I must look out for babies on the floor. Like, what?
But there's also a thing in concerts. They must have lied to get there because there was a thing, because I know Shaba's little sisters wanted to go to a concert, and if you're under a certain age, you're not allowed down there.
No, you're not allowed.
It's either under 12 or under 14. You have to be seated if you're under that.
God, I got on the plane thing. What's this? So, just your average budget airline in-flight entertainment. Is this person doing yoga?
Is she doing yoga?
Oh, for God's sake. Oh no, Enya's coming in. Who can say where the goes? La, la, la.
A bit of Enya.
Yeah, dead now. There's a time and a place, and it feels, again, this is one of those things that clearly she's got there because she wants people to look at her.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing. I also feel like air stewards are doing something.
I feel like
the cabin crew are prepping, and then she's going to be in their way. What if people need a toilet?
When there's budget airlines like this, I always think it's probably a short flight
Yeah.
Like Ryanair's not going to go fly to America.
You don't need to do.
Yeah, it's like you could have probably waited until you got off this train. And
Definitely.
the plane. Like this thing. Like I'm sure you can get cheap flights to go overseas and stuff, but normally when you think about this, I think of like really short destinations. But also in short travels, like that kind of stuff, the cabin crew rarely stay back for a long period of time. They're always walking back and forwards, doing things, wanting people.
She's definitely in their way.
Yeah, absolutely. Why? Because you knew people would film you. You knew it. You did it because you knew it was going to get filmed. You knew you would get attention. I just don't understand why you need to do it there.
It's not like needing the toilet. You can hold it in.
Absolutely. If I don't see my yoga now, my nipples will fall off.
Oh, good lord. Oh, that's not the one.
No, it's not. No, my nips went a long time ago.
Mine were removed.
Oh! J.K. Rowling was right.
I can't take this seriously. I'm sure we won't be able to. Just found out 2 females died in the cop chase I posted yesterday. If we left 5 seconds sooner, could have easily been us. Thank God for my grandma's flowers causing a delay.
With this photo of Jesus. Do you know, there is a massive thing that always happens when any kind of like natural disaster, any kind of, shooting happens or any awful things. I remember when Pulse Orlando happened, the awful shooting that happened in the LGBT club. Even people that I knew was like, I went there 2 years ago. And I was like, this isn't about you. I understand if you specifically knew someone who was there and you post photos with the person being like, I was best friends with them, I really loved them, or blah, 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 blah. And like then, okay, you can do like a memorial or something to them. It's like the opportunistic people that will use anything to make it about them. The shooting that happened in Orlando in the Pulse nightclub was awful. And I had to unfriend people because it really annoyed me that they were like, oh, I went there once. It could have happened to me. But it didn't happen to you. You're alive. It's not about you. It's so cringe.
And I think it's okay if you did go somewhere where something happened or you escaped narrowly. You can mention it, but the main bulk of what you're saying needs to go out to the people who are actually impacted. Mm-hmm. You've just taken a photo that you like of yourself that has Jesus in the background and have gone, what caption can I put with this?
Yeah.
And it's all about you found out 2 people died in something you posted. Mm-hmm. So it's all about your post. It's not even about them.
Absolutely. You just changed the caption or something. Yeah. If you really gave a shit, you didn't name the people that got killed. You didn't say, oh, maybe donate to their funeral fund, or like there are so many things you could have said about them.
Heart goes out to their families.
Yeah. Like you don't care about these people dying. You do not care. You just care about, oh, this is about me.
I've known people like this in my life. Mm-hmm. It irritates me no end.
So this says, okay, thank you. So they're doing some kind of ball trick?
Okay.
Oh, so he's actually...
Right. I'll say he can... Right.
I remember I watched a video a little bit like this a little while ago where they were like these performers doing like acrobat stuff in front of people, and then someone in the crowd just came up and started doing flips in front of them, and it was like, this isn't about you.
Yeah, it says learn a trick.
Yeah.
So he's pretended to not be able to do even the simplest thing.
Just so he can show off.
Yeah. But it's kind of, it feels like a deliberate humiliation of the person to teach you.
It's trying to humiliate this other person for the sake of it. It's like, I don't understand why this thing of like, people can't even fathom that something isn't about them. Well, you've seen this and gone, well, I could do it better than this instructor, so let me go and humiliate him.
Yeah.
When you gain nothing from doing this except for making yourself look like a show off. It doesn't have to be about you. One reason now why I don't ever do DDR in arcades anymore. So I'm an expert on DDR. I don't ever use arcade machines now because when I go on, obviously I'm very good at it. Most people around me aren't very good, and I hate going on because I hate people to think, oh, he's going on there just to show off.
Just to show off.
And I'm like, I actually don't, because it gives this kind of vibe. So now I just don't use arcade machines with DDR. So I always feel like, unless it's like a completely empty arcade, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to be like a main character and trying to shame people. So when I see things like this, I'm like, you've just seen this, like, clearly it might be for a child or something to be like, learn tricks with the board, and you've just gone, well, I'm better than everyone, even the instructor. Look at me, give me the oats.
Oh, shut up.
You also went on a really long time.
Yeah, it went well.
You could have done a couple, if you were really that intent, you could have just been like, no, I can actually do it.
Yeah.
Cool, and then just left it. But he just kept going, no.
Die.
Gillian Anderson. Isn't that the X-Files lady?
Yes, and Sex Education.
Sex Education, yeah. Twitter fam. If anyone can find that picture of the guy in the gym with the t-shirt, I'm assuming this is some photo that went viral saying, if you can find the picture of the t-shirt with a picture of me with a thong on the back. I know the picture she's on about. There's a famous photo that she did years ago when she was younger.
Oh, and there's a guy at the gym who was photographed wearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I will love you forever. Special pic. I can't find it anywhere.
Okay.
And just some random persons replied to her tweet. Not the picture whatsoever. I'm sorry, but want to see me crying in front of Jodie how do you say that?
Whittaker.
For context, it was my grandma's birthday on Tuesday. was traveling to London on my own for the first time and went and met Jodie. I showed her grandma's photo. Her show touched on grief too.
What? How? But
Who cares?
there's not even like you're posting a photo where you met Gillian Anderson.
This is literally...
What did Jodie Anderson and Jodie...
This is
Jodie Anderson.
Jodie...
What do they have in common?
This is Twitter now. If you go onto any post for any famous person, any person who has a real following,
Yeah.
half the replies are OnlyFans bots, just like replying, being like, "Want to see my pussy?" People doing this kind of stuff where it's like, "Oh, it's just look at me instead," or it's like just spam accounts. Twitter is literally just this now. It's just people just desperate to get any kind of attention. I don't consider myself famous in any way, shape, or form, but it has happened to posts that I've done before as well. Anyone who follows anyone on the internet, if you like a big celebrity, a small celebrity, influencers like us, whatever, the one way to get us to not like you or to not engage with you is to reply to tweets with completely irrelevant stuff, just promoting yourself. Why are you doing this? This has nothing to do with what I'm asking you.
You can reply being like, "Oh, I don't have that photo, but I just want to say like I really loved you in sex education." That's fine, because it's you expressing how you feel about this other person. But when it's you sharing, like, why does Gillian Anderson care that you met Jodie Whittaker and cried? Like, really, why? What connection
It's
is
just
there?
weird. No one actually cares unless that's sort of like in your immediate family or surrounding that you met a celebrity. I don't care if someone down the street met Lady Gaga. I'm like, okay, good for you. If you were to come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, I met this really cool celebrity, it was wonderful," I'm like, "That's great. You're my friend. I care about you, whatever." But like, just some random person, I'm like, I don't care who you've met in your life because I don't know you. I don't like, what?
Yeah, dude, together, Roly cares about me.
Social awareness. Learn social awareness. Would you like to read this? Aeroplanes.
Why? End up on the sex offenders list just because you can't help yourself. American Airlines flight forced to make an emergency landing after an unruly passenger exposed himself and urinated on the plane's aisle.
You dirty bitch!
He's not even standing in a corner.
No, just literally just.
Just literally right there, on the floor.
Wait,
like,
there's
not
more.
even in a
There's more
cup.
photos. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a name. Neil McCarthy, 25, of Oregon, was arrested and charged with indecent exposure in relation to the incident aboard American Eagle Flight 3921, which is flying from Chicago to Manchester, New Hampshire. I thought it was Manchester, UK,
Oh!
but was forced to divert to Buffalo, New York. McCarthy was charged under Title 49 United States Code Section blah, blah, blah. He faces a maximum penalty of 6 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. Both.
You're now on a register where anyone can look on the internet at like sex offenders.
But there's literally toilets on a plane, and even if they have the signs off, I was on a plane recently and there was somebody, like an older guy, who was like, "I'm really sorry, I'm very desperate for the toilet, can I please go?" And they were like, "Yes, you can," because he requested that he went even though the toilets were locked. They unlocked one for him. You need to go, you can go, which means the only reason he did this was for some kind of attention.
He's done something where they've gone, "We're not really too sure." He's gone, "Well, I'm just going to piss on the floor then to piss you off."
He's
Like
actually done it.
Yeah, because why would I think even if you were desperate, like
No, you would
just-
hold. I would rather wet myself.
yeah. So say he really needed to piss and he's like, "Well, screw you then." If just pissing on the floor is one thing, but doing this, you're now going to end up on a sex offenders list, and you've exposed yourself to people who don't want to. Like, it'd be different if he was to like stand up and just like piss in a corner where no one
Yeah.
could really see him.
Because then at least you could be like, "Oh, he's doing this to be defiant," or he's doing this because like he literally decided this would be better than wetting himself.
Yes, absolutely. But to
this,
do it like this feels like almost like an intentional thing, like, "Oh, you then."
Yeah.
Because he's now going to be charged on exposing himself and not just pissing or being indecent. I don't know.
If you're caught peeing in public, it's not the best thing.
Yeah.
But if you're caught doing it discreetly, I think it's a bit better. Like, maybe if it goes to court and stuff and they're like, "Okay, well, you were just huddled in a corner doing it, so you made a mess and you need to be punished a bit." But like, this is, you literally deliberately stood at the front of the plane and peed in front of an entire plane full of people.
And like they obviously it's blurred out. His penis is clearly in this photo, just like in shot while he's pissing. So he's not like trying to hide himself. He's like, just, I don't know. So this says no one is doing that, miss. So this is when a man tries to get my number. So it's a girl in some.
It looks like she's got security with her.
Oh, for
Oh,
God's
she does.
sake.
Okay.
And she's
That's the joke.
That's the joke. No, I'm sorry. That is so. This it's just cringe.
Him and his Gucci scarf.
It makes me think of, is he called Jack Doctree? Is that awful? Like, runty TikTok man who does things on Kick. He has like bodyguards. He goes out and like annoys people on the street and then gets his bodyguards to stop them from retaliating. He recently got banned from Kick. To be banned from that is like a big deal, but he was doing this. He did like a video where he was live streaming in his like car. He was like driving down a motorway and live streaming, and he crashed his car while he was live streaming, and I carried on live streaming after it happened and everything. So he got banned for like obviously like doing illegal things. So when you're getting banned from the site that was made so you could do bad things, there's a real issue. But what when someone tries to get my number, my bodyguards step into like I bet no one is approaching you, sis. Like no one is approaching you.
That's just something ugly people say.
It honestly looks like she's about to go to her wedding.
Yeah, why?
And she's got like her, like the two best men are with her or something.
I just don't understand. Like, what are you trying to do with videos like this? Oh, the Swan Girls! Like, what are you? I don't know what you're trying to do with this video. I just don't get it.
I'm so unattainable. You can't get.
Yeah.
Everybody hates you.
Gotta love parents that treat gym like their own personal daycare.
Wait, they took their kids to the gym and just let them ride a bike around the gym.
Do you know, actually, where I used to live, there used to be a man who would bring his child to the gym. I had to leave basically all the time he would do it because the first time it happened, the kid was just like running around. And because it was quite a small gym as well, it wasn't like you could get away from him. And like, it used to be so annoying. And he would come and like stand beside you and do this while you were working out, and it was so awkward. Sometimes you want to work out your parents' stuff, but gyms are not a place for it, especially a child who's like riding a bike that small. But a gym is not where to go. I see videos all the time of people dropping weights in a gym or like falling over, hurting themselves. Like, and once it crushes your child, like if a big weight hits like an adult, it's gonna hurt them. It's probably not gonna kill them unless it lands on their head.
But if somebody does like a that and then drops it, runs.
It's just like it's
that would be the parents' fault.
Well, like even in our gym, it did say no one under the age of 18 is allowed in here anyway. Even if they're supervised by an adult, it was like, this is an over 18s gym. And I'm sure most gyms are probably like that. Once you have children, your life does drastically change. And like you have to accept that. Like, don't have children if you don't want your life to change. How is it we're in a stadium full of men and not a single one man came up to us to hit on us or even talk to us?
Maybe they didn't want to.
These are the exact same people that if someone who came up to them who wasn't like attractive,
the security guard.
Yeah, if someone came up who wasn't the most attractive, they'd be like, what a creepy weirdo. And then they'd be like, some creepy weirdo just tried to hit on us.
And you know, there is an issue with that. Creepy men, predatory men are a problem. Saying stuff like this, what did you expect?
What did you expect?
Isn't it good that nobody came and interrupted your day? No stranger decided that he had a right to talk to you just because he's a man that thought you were attractive?
Yeah. There's also an element of like, if you actually wanted to go to find a partner or something, why could you not instigate some kind of conversation? This entitlement that you've got is like, why didn't anyone come up to me? Maybe you radiated shit energy and that's why no one came around you.
I love, it really tells you a lot that the likes are 3,000 lower than the comments.
By the comment, absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's this? So does this count?
Does this count?
Can I ask you what?
Oh,
Can I ask you what would you? Oh.
This is I'm so scared now when I'm in town for this.
What would you? Oh, I like your shirt. Can I ask you what would you rate my look out of 10?
Oh.
Oh,
no.
It's just the following as well. Like, the kid didn't want to be involved, and she just follows him.
What makes me really uncomfortable about this is you are always made by these interviewers to feel like you are the person in the wrong.
Oh, yeah.
They're so good at guilt tripping you and being like, oh, fine then. Or like they'll run after you and they'll be like, oh, you can't even like say one word to me. You're just going to ignore me. Can't even say no thank you and be polite.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're the one that came up in my face in a public place where I'm not here to be filmed.
And it's never for anything good.
No.
It's never like, oh, we're doing a survey about, like, I don't know, the government. It's always just like, what would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10? 2. Like, it's never, all these people who do this, it's always vapid content. It's never actually for anything worthwhile. It's always just boring, like, oh, rate me. Oh, what would you rate my friend? Oh, what's your biggest turn on?
Imagine having the confidence to just be like, rate me, stranger. Do it.
I'd just say 1 out of 10 for the sake of it, just to be like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
I'm always scared now when I go in town if someone's going to do this to me.
The camera makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
I just don't like talking to strangers.
Don't talk to me.
It'd be very different if you went up to someone and said, can we do something and I can film you? But she never, like, this isn't, all these people just never get consent to film just random strangers. It's like, and the whole point of this content is to get people's reactions of like being annoyed at you. Again, it's one of those things, I don't think these people care about these actually rating them. I don't think that's what I think. Generally, I think it's because they want to get the reaction of annoying people.
and then be like, I'm shaming these people because they wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Just leave people alone. Like, again, if your content relies on just like harassing people in the street, then you're not making good content. Would you like to read this?
Man in London places £50,000 bounty on own head for any ISIS terrorist that kills him, adding, I've got a sword, good luck. I'm not worried about ISIS, come on lads, have a crack. What is going on in your mind?
Cocaine.
Boss.
This feels like something in The Onion.
It does feel like The Onion. Of course it's a British man. Like, what do you respond to that? Come on, ISIS, take me out. You'll win 50 grand. I'm gonna take the sound out because I can only hear the cha-cha slide. So this is another disrespectful tourist in Japan.
Of course.
So this person's doing right, left, foot stomp, right, foot two stomp, side slide to the left, slide inside the volcano. It's these things as well. Like, aren't these really? I'm pretty sure these are like, aren't these to do with like religious or just I don't know. I'm not too. I don't know the right words to use. I'm not sure what these are called, but I swear they're to do with ancient cultural. They've got like a lot of cultural heritage of these archways. I don't think it's just like, oh, just a thing. That was the worst explanation, but I hope you understood what I mean.
Even if you just see like a sculpture or a certain thing, you know that you don't just go hang off it.
Yeah.
This is something that clearly has significant meaning, and particularly if you don't know what that is and you don't understand what they symbolize or what they are, don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like they're specifically placed in places of like worship and of actual places that have meaning, not just like, just the Tokyo street. Like,
also, I'm not saying I could do what she did, but it wasn't even impressive enough. Like, at least the dude with the basketball, you could say, okay, if you weren't being a dick about it, that's impressive. That, no.
No. And it's a bit like with the South Korea one. This is the reason why so many of these places just hate tourism and will actually, like Japan has many places now will ban tourists from going. You're only allowed to specific areas that you can't go. There has to be these fucking assholes who ruin it for everyone else.
Go home. If you're going to be this disrespectful, don't. Why are you traveling? Well, because like I thought that we go to travel to see other cultures.
Yeah, not to just be stupid.
Not to just be a
Thing is, if you're a TikToker that does dancing and all that stuff, and that's what your content is, you can do that in these places. But you can find places to do it in that are fine. You're just being disrespectful.
The passenger behind me closed the window shade to my left. I still had a window to myself and I don't care for needless conflict. But like, that's not cool, right? What?
Sometimes there are positions on the plane where your seat's kind of weirdly positioned between two windows. But I would say most seats generally have a window to themselves. Like, there's only a certain seat.
Also, for him to look out that window, he'd have to do this.
Yeah, I'm an owl. Ho, girls!
Actually, that passenger saved you from a neck crack.
Absolutely, yeah, thank you very much, Stiffy. You have a window. You don't get more than one window. This is the kind of person that goes like this and puts their bag over the back of their seat and be like, well, I pay for the seat. Yeah. No, you don't pay for the back beside you, sis.
I don't care for needless conflict. Oh, but you just decided to make a post about how somebody took away a window that was very awkward for you to look out of and was actually technically in their aisle.
He is traumatized, Jamie.
Yes.
Can you please have some sympathy?
This is the worst thing that's ever happened.
I always find there is something about flying and airports that make people go completely delulu. I don't understand what it is. Like there are people just putting their feet everywhere. People just shitting in the aisles.
Windy plop poo-poo.
Found in the wild. Would you like to read this?
Mr. and Mrs. Blur have officially tied...
It's my name, actually. I'm going to change my name to Mr. and Mrs. Blur.
Have officially tied the knot. I'm so happy that I get to spend the rest of my life with you, bride. Congrats, man. Congratulations. Can we add that I took this picture? Groom's mum. You are not a professional. I can't speak. You are not a professional photographer, Karen. Why would you get crediting my mummy for taking the picture? What does she want?
I can imagine this is probably one of those overbearing mums that the wife doesn't like the mother-in-law because she's too you've taken my baby.
Yeah. She's so pathetic.
Bring your washing here, son. I can still do it.
I do it better.
Yeah,
Let me cook your food for you. See, if they do a gender reveal, the mother will hug him before he can hug his wife. It's particularly boy mums. Boy mums can get, and I'm not just saying mums who have boys, actual boy mums trademark.
Mm-hmm.
They are absolutely batshit.
Yeah.
they are obsessed with their sons to an unhealthy level. And they actually, I think they end up raising really self-absorbed assholes.
Yes.
Because like they act like the sun shines out their asshole.
There was I watched a video a little while ago, and it was a wedding, and it was like a wedding speech, and the bride and groom were at the front, and the bride made a joke about the groom that the mother-in-law of the groom didn't like. And in literally the middle of the ceremony, the mother stood up and started shouting at the bride, being like, "How dare you speak to us?" And the son was like, "I don't care. Like, what are you talking about?" And everyone was laughing. It was hilarious. And the mum was just like, "I can't believe you speak about my boy like that. He's my boy. How dare!" And it was just like, this is so embarrassing for you. Cringe. And then they go,
God.
"Why don't my son talk to me anymore?"
I know, so why do my kids talk?
Why don't they speak?
Why do they not come over for dinner more than just Christmas?
Again, as well, like, it's not even like, this is just a normal photo that clearly was taken on a phone or something. This isn't a photographer like. I understand maybe if you hired a photographer, like I might tag them and be like, "Thank you for the beautiful photos" or something. Yeah. Just because I think that's like I think just as an influencer, you're used to doing all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But the idea that it's just like a photo against a wall, just from the phone, and you're just like, "Can you tag me? I did the photo."
Not even a congratulation.
No, there's no like, "Congrats, son, love Helen." I don't know what she's called, but she's like, "No, tag me. No one's gonna follow you. No one's gonna. I must hire Agatha to come and take my photos because she did this gorgeous phone photo." I'm a Fast and Furious star. You ready?
Oh, no.
Because this person is in a vehicle. Oh my god.
No. Oh my god.
What are they doing? Oh, these are the kind of people that do like
Is she gonna jump on that?
Is she gonna jump from there? Wow. What the hell is that? What is it? Corn?
Is that corn?
I don't remember eating any corn.
Are they connected to the driver in front, or are they just stealing his corn?
I don't know if they're like... This could be many things. So this could be a joke video that they're doing, or if it's like actually serious that they've just stolen... No, it is corn.
Yeah. Running through a field of wheat.
Oh! Theresa May, she's quaking, girls!
Oh my goodness.
These are the kind of people that go and do those parkour videos on top of skyscrapers and like, "I don't know why I died."
This is why, on average, men live shorter time.
This is why women
This is why women live longer.
Absolutely. What are you doing? That's so... I'm probably actually going to have to blur some of that because YouTube will be like, "It's dangerous activities." Essentially, this person has like climbed out of their moving vehicle, jumped on the one in front. You could see the corn, and then he climbs back in. That's so... People really, at these days, they honestly feel like their life is worth the risk for clout. I don't get it.
I thought it was bad enough. I thought he was just going to sit out the window, and that was it. I was like, that's terrible. And then he climbed out and got on the bonnet. I was like, that's awful. And then he jumped on another vehicle. I was like, this is horrendous.
How did the guy in front not... Surely, I mean, I've never drove in like a van like that, so I don't know, but surely you would know that suddenly someone's jumped onto your back?
You might feel a bump, but you could have just thought you hit a pothole, and then if you've got no window out the rear, you can only see out the wing mirrors, but when they're that close, you're not going to see something. Yeah. They'll be in your blind spot.
I don't know, I just feel like I would know if someone goes... Taking photos is in a sensitive habitat. It's a sensitive habitat. Stay out. Use designated trails only. Minimum fine of $250. Maximum... Yeah.
Would you mind repeating that?
How dumb.
I don't understand what... Because if you think you're special by doing this, whatever, and you're like, "I'm going to do it anyway." If everyone does that entire place will be destroyed. Yeah. There was really famously, it was a couple, like maybe a year or so ago, there was this like flower field. I'll put a story up if I can find it. But essentially it was a field that had loads of like wildflowers in it. Yeah. And it became really popular with like people going to like Instagram photos. And over the year, it completely got destroyed by people. Like by the end of the season, it was like essentially just like dirt. Because people had overused it because of this kind of thing where people had just gone, "I'm going to take photos here," and they destroy. It's a little bit like, I can't remember what country, I think it was either China. There was that tomb where they had all the, I think it was China, had all like the statues. It was like a tomb from someone, and there was like an army of those statues. I think it was almost a little bit like, I think so like the Mummy kind of used the theming to make something, or like even Mortal Kombat has used it once before. And they were letting tourists come in to the stage where all like, because it was like enclosed and not disturbed, all of like the fresh kind of like oxygen and what people were coming in bringing in stuff, it started to like erode the statues. So they had to like close off on people. And it's like, sometimes we shouldn't be allowed. We're not supposed to go there. You could easily just put like a few cameras in that tomb, whatever, and be like, "I'm sorry, this is how you're going to view it, but you shouldn't be allowed to go into it." And it's this kind of thing. Sometimes they taste it. There could also there could be in this, there could be poisonous things for you.
That would be fun.
That could like bite you and stick the tracks. You can see them all. There could be snakes in that grass that have poison.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, yeah, maybe they might tell you, but there are so many reasons why you might be told not to go into a place. So then, like, screw it, I'm just going to do it anyway.
You probably killed thousands of bugs.
So you've been looks maxing and height maxing. Height maxing?
Huh?
The is height maxing?
I don't know.
You crack your kneecaps open and be like, oh, stretch my bones out.
Oh,
it's one of these things
of
like
filming him walking in public and being like, oh my God, look at all these people who fancy him.
Yeah, it's very like, there's nothing worse than an attractive person who knows they're attractive. Like the ego that people get when they do that. And we actually spoke about this a little while ago. What was it? I spoke about, I forgot what it was exactly. What I was tattoos. It was these guys walking down with that, and they had like awful tattoos, and they were getting reactions. I find it interesting because it's like this kind of content is really old now anyway. I saw this kind of stuff back in like 2015. It used to be about something. There was something about it that was like interesting.
Yeah.
This, I'm an attractive person. Watch people stare at me.
But the irony is, this literally makes people unattractive.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Like it's very true. If the inside just doesn't feel good, the outside cannot look good, in my opinion. Even if objectively people are like, oh, from a photo, looks great. But actually, if you see them acting like a twat, or they're not humble, or they're really arrogant, or they're like, I'm good looking and I know it, and look how good looking I am. No, I'm not into it.
What kind of people are you trying to attract with this type of content? Because I don't know a single person who actively likes seeing people go, I'm hot, I know it, and I will show you that people find me hot.
Post a photo on Instagram and look at your comments if you need some validation. Because surely, if you think you're all that, why do you need so much validation in it?
Nothing means anything anymore. Everything's just so vapid. There's nothing means anything. Well, guys, we're well and truly aboard that trigger train. True, speeding down the railway, about to crash over a cliff and plunge to our deaths. Oh, squat for jizz on my back. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ was the main character. Oh, Jesus Christ was the main character of his cross. Oh, Jesus Christ was the main character of his thorns. Oh, Jesus. How did Jesus got stabbed here to die? I didn't know that. I only found out on the Simpsons tattoo video. Thank you for joining us today. What are we doing on your channel?
Sex.
Transphobic TikTok.
Transphobic TikTok. So go to...
I always like exposing Roly to the worst transphobia.
The worst, absolutely. So obviously we upload on different days, but I'll put Jamie's links down below. And once the video goes live, of course, I will link the video as well. But make sure you do subscribe to Jamie and keep your eyes out for that video anyway. So hopefully that would be very long, but I'm sure you'll see it very soon. But thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me again.
Did you enjoy, what is this, like number 10 now?
I know.
Video number 10?
I don't know if I can say, I enjoy filming with you. Whether I enjoy the content we look at or not is debatable. I always appreciate the absolute trash you expose me to.
Absolutely.
So
well, you do the exact same thing.
I really
Hypocrite.
did.
I don't know why you're saying as if like that. Yeah, but I show you kittens and flowers. Like,
I do. Transphobes. They're just little kittens,
yeah,
really.
absolutely, yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. And thank you for joining me today. Make sure you come follow social media. So, yeah, all of our links are down below. Come follow, come do all the fun things. A massive, massive shout out to our gorgeous Patreons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being a patron. And an extra special shout out to my top tier patrons, Kaz, Evanet Niage, AAS Guardians, Kimmy H, Bumblebee Whisperer, Blue Gem, TNS Mam, Adam Brettbatch, Kelly Rose, Nova, Cameron Pittman, Rishi, Athena Foley, Andrew Raritan, Era Grace, Brendan Baker, Robert Scott Palmer, Zippertech, Chloe Louise, Joe Herman, and Kelly Bowser. Thank you for being a top tier patron. You guys are delicious wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let any bitch out there tell you that you can't be you. Why is that? Because you are the main character.